Good, and we fly out in 6 hours. Let's get to this.
Can you take us through the timeout? First of all, down 9 in overtime, obviously. It's deflating end of regulation, deflating start to overtime. Just how you guys were able to turn it around from that point.
It sounds crazy, but I didn't think we were completely out of it just because the way that game was and the shot making and the star players doing what they did. You just felt like there was more moments to the game if we could just get ourselves back into it. And Spence did a great job reading how they guarded Nikola and the pin downs. The first one, he knocked off his guy for the three. They tried to go under. And then they made an adjustment on the fly to give them credit because they got a veteran team. They tried to switch out on the next one. He screened his own guy, which left him, open for the next one. And all of a sudden, it's a one-possession game just like that. So it was, I always say this because I've been a part of the other side of it. They're going to show this game 20 years from now, and I'll crack open a beer and watch it. There's other ones that I flip on an NBA TV and I immediately turn the channel. So this was one of those crazy NBA games with two really good teams, top-tier teams. So just proud that we found a way. And to your point, just had enough resolve to not say this game's over. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, let's go home. We just stayed with it.
It was an insane performance from Nikola, and amongst his insane games, it was an insane game. The fact that he has the turnovers relative to his sister are low, and the efficiency, he doesn't take anything away from the game. Can you talk about the value of that when he's putting in this kind of a monstrous performance?
Yeah, he still made the right play all the time, even though it's 56, 16, and 15. There were times when they came back at the end of regulation where, it's funny to me, the Dallas game, he makes the pass to Peyton, and then I hear chatter from my friends that he should have shot it. And then tonight he keeps making the right play, And, it's like guys miss shots also tonight, but we won the game, and his stat line's crazy. But I think because his stat line is crazy is the reason being is he makes the right play all the time. And when you do that, I just think your efficiency stays where it's at because in your mind, you're playing with the right flow. You're just making the right play each time. So just proud of him, the way he played and his whole approach to the game. And I'll just keep saying, just don't get tired of this. It's the best player in the world, man. It's just bottom line. And what he does nightly is it's important to the game of basketball. It's good for sports. And it's good for his head coach.
I got to ask you a follow-up on that. It was the most points scored by any player in overtime in NBA history.
Yeah.
Jokic's finest game according to game score. There's a lot of stats out there that this is just an historic game from Joker. I don't know if you can rank it right away, so I'm not going to ask you to, but just among his best games, where does this come to mind for you?
Yeah, it's got to be up there, and just the shot making at timely parts of the game when things are getting away from us. And I think the overtime was so interesting. There was just so many possessions because the way they ran out on us to get up 9, the way that we came right back to tie it, and now we're both kind of in this race, scoring the basketball so easy. It's got to be up there. I guess I've not been here for so long. It's top 5. And I always put them in different categories because playoffs are different. And, a performance in a game 6 or something when someone's game plan for you that many times is always really impressive. But in a regular season game against a team that basically is a playoff opponent that we play, it feels like 25 times a year, this is up there. It's an historic night. And the efficiency, 15 of 21, 4 for 6, 22 of 23, to go along with a 3-to-1 assist ratio and a triple-double is,
Does it mean anything to you to be 3-0 against the Wolves this year, given just kind of how that matchup had turned the last year and a half?
Yeah, I think so. And I think for both of us over these years, there's been these things we find about each other that have really worked, and they've given each other problems. And I thought years back, we always went into the game feeling good about how we were going to play them. And then there was this year and a half, 2-year period where they just really bothered us with different things they did. Some of those things they went to tonight, and they bothered us, but I felt like we were better equipped just through the experiences of playing them so many times to react to it better. Some of the zero coverage, some of the cross-matching, trying to make sure that even though Spence is more of a space guy, if Gobert's on him, using him as a screener, keep making it part of the process of the game. So it's always a challenge when you play them. They're one of the best teams in the league. They have been for these years, and Anthony's he's an unbelievable basketball player. So and Randall's so underrated. So yeah, I think it's just experience, and it's going to teeter-totter with these two teams. It's just we know each other so well.
David, it didn't end up mattering, but final defensive sequence of regulation. Did you guys execute that how you wanted to, or was there a directive to maybe foul?
Yeah, and the thing is, when he posted him, we wanted to front him to make the ball go towards the basket. The hard thing is Kobe Bryant was like this, and I can use that name with Anthony Edwards because Anthony's got a chance to be one of those guys you put up there. Once he caught it in rhythm to turn, that's part of his shooting motion, and now you're in trouble. You have to make the ball go towards the basket, and we had talked about if they catch inside the three, we can foul. And I just think when he caught it in rhythm, there's a million things that could go wrong. So it's another really good situation for us to walk through and talk about. The shot was incredible. I thought it was a good contest, but we have to make his route either, down and up, so then Joker can kind of scan where he's going to go. But when he posted, we just allowed the catch, and the guy is so athletic in the way he can step back and create space. So, it's not the way I want it to go. But I will say I don't mind, being blamed for something when I know that shot is so tough. We just have to execute making him have a different route other than just stepping right to his spot.
And hits that three and you guys call timeout, then you run the same play for Nikola where he gets those 2 3-pointers. Can you kind of just walk us through what led to that and why I guess you went to that specific play in that moment? Yeah,
they did a good job with just our basic pick and roll. I thought some of the knockoff pick and rolls were really successful, and then they switched it and put the small combination. And so it just allowed us to make sure that Gobert or Randall or Reed had to be part of it. And if they weren't going to switch it, it put Nikola in space to curl, and if they gapped it, which he did the first time, gives him a chance to shoot a three. And then worst case scenario, you got your 2 best players playing pick and roll, but it's not stationary, it's on the run, it's on the move. And it gives Jamal a chance also to read the defense and say, I'm just going to give you the ball at the nail right now. Like if he has space so they couldn't front him. So simple actions sometimes are the best when you have a player as good as Nikola and a player as good as Jamal. You just want to get them in space properly where they feel comfortable with the ball. So, fellas, and Jamal 9 for 18 from 3. I mean, 35 and 10 again. It's just these two guys have been, what they're doing this year is really impressive. And, being 22 and 8 through 30, just really proud of the whole group. They've had such a good spirit about them, and tonight really summed it up.
Can I just ask about Tim stepping in the starting lineup, getting some really nice cuts, just being involved?
Yeah, and Tim is I'll say this, he made, I think, 13 threes the last 2 games. So he's 3 for 10 tonight. I hope I shoot 10 more. He has to be out there. He spreads the floor. He puts you in a bind. He made a huge one when they made the run in the second half early in that half, just to kind of keep us up 8, up 10. Obviously they came back, but yeah, Tim, I don't want to play him 41 minutes, man. This is not what we want to be doing, but this is the situation we're in right now, and through this part of the season, this is who we are right now, and this is who we're going to be, and we got to stay with each other and just find ways to win games.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Jamal and Nikola. Jamal's about ready.